Picture this: a tranquil forest, the peaceful hum of nature, suddenly shattered by a terrifying roar. In the blink of an eye, a hiker's serene journey through the wilderness turns into a heart-stopping encounter with one of nature's most formidable beasts. A grizzly bear. Our hiker's story begins like any other day. A backpack filled with essentials, a heart filled with wanderlust, and an eagerness to embrace the soothing embrace of the outdoors. But as he ventured deeper into the forest, a feeling of unease began to creep in. The birds no longer sang their melodic tunes. The wind, once a gentle whisper, now carried a chilling message. The forest, once a haven, now echoed with an eerie silence. And then, it happened. A sudden rustle in the undergrowth, a shadow that loomed large, and the terrifying realization that he was not alone. There, standing merely a few yards away, was a grizzly bear. Its massive body towered over him, its eyes glazed with an intimidating glare, its roar reverberating through the forest. Fear gripped our hiker, his heart pounded against his chest like a wild drum, but he knew running was not an option. He stood his ground, maintaining eye contact, making himself appear larger, just as he had read in safety guides. The standoff seemed to last an eternity. Each second ticking by felt like a lifetime. And then, just as suddenly as it had appeared, the bear retreated, its huge form disappearing into the thick foliage, leaving behind a chilling silence. The hiker, though shaken to the core, breathed a sigh of relief. He had faced one of the forest's most fearsome creatures and lived to tell the tale. But as our hiker would soon find out, the forest held more than just grisly surprises. From the eerie silence of the forest, we plunge into the depths of the ocean, where a silent killer lurks. As we descend into the water's depths, an underwater explorer dares to venture into the great unknown. A realm where sunlight barely penetrates, where the world is painted in shades of blue and gray. He is surrounded by a symphony of bubbles, the only sound breaking the haunting silence of the deep. Suddenly, a shadow looms in the periphery, a shape too large to be dismissed as a trick of the light. Our diver, oblivious at first, continues his underwater journey. His heart beats steadily in his chest, unaware of the impending danger. The shadow morphs into a distinct form. A creature of nightmares, a great white shark, silently glides into view. It's a creature that commands respect, a being that has survived millions of years virtually unchanged. The embodiment of primal fear, the silent killer of the deep, is now within arm's reach. The diver turns and for the first time locks eyes with the ocean's most feared predator. His heart hammers in his chest. He's frozen in place, his breath hitching in his throat. The shark, with its unblinking gaze, circles the diver, sizing up its potential prey. The chase begins. The diver, propelled by adrenaline, swims with all his might. The powerful tail of the shark slashing through the water behind him. The world narrows down to the frantic beat of his heart, the rush of water in his ears, and the looming shadow behind. Narrowly, he reaches the safety of his boat, the shark disappearing back into the depths from whence it came. The diver, panting and trembling, hauls himself onto the deck, the taste of survival sweet on his lips. In the aftermath, there's a newfound respect for the ocean and its silent killer, an understanding that beneath the waves, we are merely visitors in a world ruled by creatures far older and more powerful than us. Surviving the silent killer of the deep, our diver would never look at the ocean the same way. Back on land, an unseen terror lurks in the most unexpected places. Imagine this: you're nestled comfortably in your home, the embodiment of safety and familiarity. You've just sat down to enjoy a quiet evening when suddenly you spot something out of the ordinary. A flicker of movement, a shadow in the corner of your eye, and there it is, a venomous snake. The shock of this discovery freezes you to the core. An intruder in your sanctuary, slithering on your living room floor. The tension in the room escalates, the air thick with fear and uncertainty. The snake, possibly as surprised as you are, coils defensively, its beady eyes tracking your every move. Your heart races, adrenaline pumping through your veins as you realize the gravity of the situation. This is no harmless garden snake. This creature carries a potent venom. A single bite could result in severe illness or worse. You gather your courage, armed with nothing more than a long broom and a box. The dangerous dance begins. The snake, sensing danger, hisses and strikes at the broom, but you manage to keep your distance, your eyes never leaving the creature. It's a painstaking process, a delicate balancing act of maintaining a safe distance while trying to coax the snake into the box. After what feels like an eternity, the snake finally slithers into the box. The lid snaps shut, and you breathe a sigh of relief. The unseen terror, now visible and contained, is safely removed from your home by a local animal control unit. The room falls silent, the tension dissipates, and you're left standing in the aftermath of this unexpected encounter. With the unseen terror finally gone, our resident could breathe easy, but the memory of the encounter would linger. A reminder that even in our most familiar spaces, nature can make an unexpected and sometimes terrifying appearance. Sometimes the smallest creatures can be the deadliest. A chilling truth, isn't it? Such is the tale of a hiker who happened upon a swarm of killer bees, a terrifying encounter that would leave them forever changed. Imagine a quiet day in the wilderness, the chirping of birds, the rustling of leaves underfoot, the blissful solitude of nature. Our hiker was enjoying just such a serene day, completely unaware of the danger that buzzed in the underbrush nearby. Suddenly an unexpected hum filled the air. The hiker, startled, looked around to see a dark cloud approaching at a frightening speed. It was a swarm of killer bees, their tiny bodies glistening in the sun as they moved as one, like a predatory beast. Before the hiker could react, they were engulfed by the swarm. The bees attacked relentlessly, stinging the hiker again and again. The pain was immediate, intense, and all-consuming, like 1,000 hot needles piercing the skin. The hiker, in a frantic attempt to escape, ran wildly through the underbrush, swatting at the air and screaming for help. Eventually, the hiker managed to outrun the swarm and found refuge in a nearby cave. Despite the intense pain and the fear that still pulsed through their veins, they were safe. The hiker was left with nothing but the humming in their ears and the stings that covered their body. In the aftermath of the attack, the hiker sought medical help. They were treated for numerous bee stings, some of which had caused severe allergic reactions. It was a long recovery, filled with pain and nightmares of the deadly swarm, but survive they did. Our hiker lived to tell the tale, a testament to their resilience and determination. A small creature, the killer bee, had brought them to the brink of death, yet they emerged victorious, a living proof of the human spirit's indomitable will to survive. Surviving a swarm of killer bees, our hiker was a testament to the fact that size isn't everything. In the world of the unseen, one predator reigns supreme. Let's journey into the wilderness, where a solitary camper once experienced the raw power of nature's stealthiest predator. Picture a vast forest, the rustling leaves whispering tales of unseen creatures. Amidst this, our camper, blissfully unaware, steps into the realm of the mountain lion. As dusk falls, the first signs of the mountain lion's presence emerge. A twig snaps somewhere in the distance. The camper dismisses it as the wind, the forest's own symphony. Then an eerie silence descends as if the forest holds its breath. Our camper feels a chill, the unconscious warning of a primal instinct. He's being watched. Suddenly, a rustle behind him. The camper freezes, his heart pounding like a drum in his chest. He turns slowly, and there, in the dim light, he sees two glowing eyes staring back. The realization hits him with the force of a lightning strike. He's not alone. He's in the presence of the unseen predator, the mountain lion. The chase begins. The mountain lion, a creature of immense power and speed, starts its pursuit. Our camper bolts, adrenaline surging through his veins. He hears the beast behind him, its heavy breaths echoing in the silent forest. The chase is terrifying, a deadly game of hide and seek where the stakes couldn't be higher, but survival instincts kick in. Our camper stumbles upon a steep incline, and without a second thought, he scrambles up. The mountain lion, not as adept at climbing, hesitates. That moment of hesitation is all our camper needs. He reaches the top, and with a final burst of energy, he escapes, leaving the predator and the nightmarish chase behind. With the unseen predator behind him, our camper was left with a tale of survival that would chill anyone to the bone. The unseen predator, the mountain lion, remains a chilling reminder of nature's stealth and power, a creature that truly reigns supreme in the world of the unseen.